All right, so let's talk about 808s. Now, if you ask most producers how to get hard hitting 808s, they're most likely just gonna tell you like, oh, just get a good sample, bro. Oh, you just need to get a good 808 sample. Oh, just just get a good sample. Now that is true, but it isn't really helpful to someone who's just starting out because it's really hard to differentiate what is a good 808 and what is a bad 808. So since it is hard to determine a good and a bad 808, what I would recommend to a lot of beginners is to just use ones that are very popular and are used very frequently. So that means we're gonna be using the spins and the zag. And then when you start getting used to what a good 808 sounds like, you can start venturing off and using different ones. And also when you get these 808s, make sure you're getting them from a reliable source, something like Splice, your favorite producer's drum kit, or even, I mean, like some spots on Reddit. I don't know them, but I've heard. All right, so now you got an 808 that you like. Here's some things that I do to make sure that my 808s are hitting. All right, so the first thing I like to do is make sure that my 808s are in tune. So usually what people are gonna tell you is they're gonna tell you like, okay, right click on this right here, go to audio editor, and then go to this little button right here to take pitch regions, boom. And then this will pop up. Now here's why I don't really like using Edison to make sure my 808s are in key. It's because when 808s are slightly detuned, like this one right here, it is hard to determine what key it's actually in. Cause I remember when I was first starting out, I would be like, oh, is it D or is it C? Like which one do I go off of? And as a beginner, it was really hard for me to deal with. So what I like doing instead is right clicking on it and going to pitch corrector. And I like using new tone for this because it gives a much better visual representation of what's happening to the 808. As you see right here, it's going on D, pause, pause, and then it's going over to C right here. So to make it fully in tune, all I gotta do is just drag it down, and then boom, it's all up in here. Now we just gotta click this button right here and we just drag it into the playlist and then boom, blah, blah, blah. Now we got the 808. You feel me? Hold up, I'm gonna make this really quick. I dropped the changes drum loop kit, has 50 drum loops in it, comes with all the stems, and they're all mixed to where I like having my drums. So if that sounds interesting to you, first link in the description, go cop that. Also, I'm gonna play one of them real quick, then we're gonna get back to the video. Thank you. Now the next thing that I like to do is boost the 808. So you're gonna go over here to the pre-computed effects and then you're gonna click on this little boost knob, and just keep in mind, a little goes a long way. So like if you try to boost it up like this, it ain't gonna be pretty for you, but it's gonna be ugly. I usually like going around like 2% to maybe like 8% at the most, but for the most part, I'm usually at that like 5-ish, somewhere around there. So here's what an 808 pattern sounds like with no boost. And here's what it sounds like with 6% boost on it. And as you can see, 6% makes a huge difference. Now also another way to boost your 808s is using this EQ knob right here. So if you bring it to the right, it'll boost up the low end, but if you bring it to the left, it will cut out the low end and it'll accentuate the highs more. So whenever you're using it for like 808s and stuff like that, make sure you just kind of keep it to the right. But like I said with the other one too, you feel me? Little goes a long way. So for real, I'm only gonna use like 38%. Alright, so 808 rolls sound so fire if you do them right. So I'm just gonna get rid of this one. We're just gonna use this F sharp right here. And I just highlight it like this, and then I'll hit Alt U. And I just make sure that this time knob right here is all the way down to the left side. Boom, it's all highlighted. Now, I usually just like taking the velocity and fading it up like this right here. But there's also a trick where I think you can do Alt O. It can make like a natural curve that you set. So if you always like having your velocities fade in or something like that, you could just do this right here and it'll always just have your regular setting. And it always just makes this cool sound effect when you do it, bro. Like watch, listen.
Hey, go ahead, Infinite.
I also like playing with different octaves when it comes to 808s because it makes everything feel a little bit more bouncy. So for instance, if we just kind of like take this out right here and maybe we do something like boom, and then like go up an octave, boom, and then just kind of like go down from there, boom, boom, something like this right here.
Hey, go ahead, Infinite.
Using 808 slides is also a dope way to spice up your drums. So let me show you a couple ways that I do them. One trick is like the kind of like fake reverse route. So what I do is I'll just make a little 808 right here. I'll make it like the length like this right here. And then I'll just duplicate one down, double click on it, hit this little slide button right here, hit accept. And then for the one that is not the slide 808, we're gonna take the velocity and bring it all the way down. And then we're just gonna layer them on top of each other. So what's gonna happen is that the volume for the 808 is going to slide in. And when it slides in, it's gonna give like this reverse kind of sounding effect. Pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. All right, so when you're making 808 slides, here's how you do it. You're gonna take your first little note right here and you're gonna lay it down. I'm gonna put one on D. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna hit this little button right here. This enables the slide notes. So then we're going to just place a note wherever we want it to slide to. So for instance, I'm gonna go up an octave to E. Also keep in mind that the length of the slide note determines how long it's gonna take to slide to that note. So listen to this right here. As opposed to me making it short like this. And then you can just start adding like multiple slide notes and make it saucy for real. Like we can go like boom, boom, and then maybe like a A, like right here, something like that. Now another cool trick that I like doing on my 808 slides is putting one an octave up, like this right here, then bringing the other one an octave down, and then taking this one right here on the bottom one and making it a slide and just keeping them the same length. So when the 808 hits, it takes the whole time to slide down. It just, I don't know, it sounds kind of cool. Like watch.
Hey, go ahead, Infinite.
With that being said, that's going to conclude the video. So if you like the video, hit the like. If you want to comment, throw a comment. If you want to sub, hit the sub. You feel me? Peace.